All right, Alex, so I just want to give you a quick review of your quiz. Hi. Your quiz has got a couple things on it. The first one is writing in slope-intercept form, so I want to remind you that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. M represents your slope, and b is your y-intercept. So if you are given the slope, say somebody tells you the slope is 5 and the y-intercept is -3, then you're going to put in for slope 5. So you're going to replace the m with a 5, and the y-intercept is a -3, so I would put plus -3, and that's exactly how you would go about doing that. If you are given a point, like if somebody tells you there's a point 3, 2, first, and then they would tell you that the slope equals, say, -2. Well, remember that this 3 represents an x and this 2 represents a y. So if you have y equals mx plus b, you're going to replace x with this 3, and you're going to replace y with this 2. So it's going to look like this. 2 equals, and then remember, slope is m. So that goes right here. And then the x we said was 3, so we're going to put that here, plus b. So your objective is to solve for b. So I'm going to do 2 equals -6 plus b. Now I have to find out what b is. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides, and I'm going to find out that b is equal to 8. Now I have to write an equation, and this is the most important part. Now I have to go back and write an equation. So I'm going to put y equals -2x plus 8, because I solved for b equaling 8. All right, and that's a general equation. Remember that every equation has an x and a y, and then you make an equation specific to each line by putting in a certain slope and a certain y-intercept. You don't have to graph on this quiz, but just to give you a demonstration of what that graph would look like, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'd put a dot at 8 because that's my y-intercept, and I go down 2 because it's -2 and over 1 and put a dot, and then I go down 2 and over 1, and that's how I would graph that line. So that's the first part of the quiz, is writing in y equals mx plus b format. The second part of the quiz is using the point slope formula, which is a little bit different. Point slope formula is y2 minus y1 equals m, which is always slope, x2 minus x1. So if you are given one point and the slope, and I'll use the same point from the previous problem. We'll go with the point 3, 2 and a slope of -2. So if you're given the point 3, 2 and a slope, which is m, remember, -2, I'm going to go into this formula, and right here and right here, I'm going to put this is x and this is y. So I'm going to take that y, and then I'm going to fill in this y for right here to right here. Now, I have my slope m, -2. I'm going to leave this x there, because every equation has an x and a y, and I'm going to put in -3. Now, remember, the equation has a minus in it. That's why it's a minus. And then I'm going to distribute this 2 over the parentheses to get y minus 2 equals -2x. Now a negative times a negative is a positive, so it's plus 6. If I want to write this in, I can leave it like this, or